O kurde jesteś. Nie jestem chyba za głośno, nie? Coś. Okay, so here we are. Hi everyone, I'm Blitz, and I'll be commenting Greece Rally today. That starts, or started right now at 7 p.m. So, the roster of our players is decent. This server is starting at 7 p.m., which is like places 16 to 27. We're divided into two servers, which splits players from more skilled ones to the less skilled ones. One of my friends is right now at the second server because he's one of the weaker ones. He just started playing the game. So out of all of our 7 p.m. roster, I believe player nicknamed Mox has the biggest chance to win this current event. Though later on I will be streaming the top 15 servers, or to be more exact, top 8, because I'm gonna be driving on the first server the most skilled ones. So right now we're driving through stage 6, which TKCPER, Casper, I think, is leading. Behind his knocks the event possibly most skilled person on this server, which is surprising considering that he's only second place. After all, everybody that knows him from our group would expect him to lead this stage at this point. Behind him is McRae, and fourth place takes Davido MMA. There's also one more player, but he seems to be gone. Not sure why. Could be a connection error, could be a game crash. And here we are, the first two winners. So T. Casper with 2 minutes 41 seconds, Nox second place, 2:42. We all expect him to lead this event. And David May closes in at 2 minutes 54 seconds, a bit way behind the other players, with Ruslan unfortunately DNFing the stage due to some maybe connection errors. With the first stage done and T. Casper being the sole leader as of this one stage only. We're kind of expecting Nox to start leading soon. And we're starting the stage 4, or second stage in this rally, because for every rally set has a different stage order. For this one, we're starting with stage 6, then we're moving on to 4. Next one's going to be stage 7, and we're ending stage 8, the first loop. Before we're going to start the second loop with the same order of 6, 4, 7, 8. So, here you can see that Nox is currently leading this stage. After all, he's probably the most skilled player in this roster. Behind him there's David MMA and T. Casper, slowly but surely getting there. Ruslan last place, though he is driving the worst car in this roster. He's driving the rear-wheel drive Ford Sierra Cosgrove, which is one of the slower cars in the roster. There's a fight for the third place between T. Casper and McRae, though T. Casper seems to fairly hold on to his lead. Nox leads the stage, which is kind of what we expected to do. Matter of fact, he's I guess he's it's actually the most favorite player to win this entire stage, as well as the entire rally in this roster. As other players are coming to the final turns, we can see T. Casper had a little bit of a crash, being overtaken by Ruslan, but T. Casper hasn't said the final where he's gonna be. But nope, he makes a mistake, and Ruslan advances to the 4th place with Nox closing in onto the finish line. Slowly but surely, he drives in and wins the stage. So Nox being the first time winner of this loop, coming up at 2 minutes 44 seconds. Here we had David MMA with 2:52. McRae comes third, Ruslan fourth after unexpected crash from T. Casper, and ends at 2 minutes 59 seconds, just behind the 3 minutes mark, where T. Casper arrives 6 seconds later after 3 minute mark. And then we can see our roster of winners. Nox being first place, 2:44, David MMA at 2:52, McRae 2:58, and Ruslan 2:59, just behind McRae, knowing that his car is slower, much slower than the person after him. So slowly but surely, because of the Casper's mistake, he advances to 4th place, claiming better time over him. Casper has made, surely, some mistakes, but they wouldn't be considered major until now. But has been shown that even most minor the mistakes have tendency to destroy someone's rally that quickly. Because the Casper won the first stage, but due to his crashes and mistakes, he ended up dead last, which gonna cost him the leadership in favor of Nox, who has won the previous stage without making a single mistake. Currently, we are watching McRae leading the stage, which is unexpected considering his performance in the last 2 stages. Behind him, there's David McRae and Ruslan, not being in 4th place, which from a leader is quite unexpected. The Casper last, which is unlike him. I mean, he won the first stage after all. You would expect him to be faster. He even won against Nox. It takes a little bit of effort, but Nox overtakes everybody and is leading the stage now, with McRae being 3rd and David McRae being. It's a fight for the first place between McRae and Nox. McRae is surely steadily leading the stage. Nox fighting back for the lead, but makes a small mistake and loses the distance to McRae. David McRae and Ruslan battling. Even though Ruslan has a slower car, he's still battling. He's still trying for the 3rd place. He's gonna battle till he can, till the last breath. McRae is still surely leading. Nox behind him, trying to overtake him, waiting for him to make a mistake. But McRae is trying to prevail. He's driving. He's doing his best while he can. No mistakes. Pure driving. Nox is behind him still. Davino May closes in. T. Casper also closes in. T. Casper overtakes Davino and is moving to 3rd place. T. Casper... Nope, he makes a mistakes. And McRae wins the stage. Nox 2nd. T. Casper 3rd. Davino May 4th after an unexpected mistake, and Ruslan being last. McRae winning at 2:39. Nox being just behind him after a few hundreds. T. Casper 2:42, 2 seconds behind. David May also 2 seconds behind, and Ruslan being 2 seconds behind. Even though his car is much slower, he still was able to keep up with the rest of the players. And that's that content we're seeking from our players, regardless of the server. We're waiting for them. We expected them to go fast. This is the type of content we're searching for, and we're watching this kind of rally. The Greece rally could be technical, but it's mostly fast. This stage was ridiculously fast, and this one is going to be even faster. Of course, this game has no spectator mode, so we can't really witness it all, but the stage is going to be really fast. The players are going to be really going fast. Just look at this map. How the stage starts. The start is really fast. Only gives you like a 5 left corner later on, but still not a big obstacle. All you have to do is avoid falling off the road, and you're okay. You'll be confidently leading the stage till the end. You just have to watch your speed, watch your turns. Currently, it's hard to make out who's winning, but it looks like T. Casper is claiming the first, with David and May being behind him. Possibly 3rd place is going to be Nox, although it looks like... Yeah, So, David May is first, T. Casper is second, Nox is third, Big Resin is fourth, and Russell is fifth, which is expected, considering his car is like the slowest of them all. Everybody's driving a four-wheel drive, but Ruslan is keeping to his promise. Every single rally, he's driving the same car, and he keeps on it. He keeps driving the same Sierra Cosworth every time, every stage, every rally there is. T. Casper leading, he's winning. Slowly, surely, but steadily, he's leading the stage, coming up to the hairpins, in which David May is gonna try to overtake him, but fails. But he gains up on them, and nope, T. Casper defends, surely. After the second hairpin, T. Casper is leading, David May behind him. Nox, being the fastest player, overtakes Davido, and he moves on to second place, with Davido reclaiming back. The fight for the second place is really tight. T. Casper is leading still. He's gaining the distance behind the two players behind him. Davido May overtakes Nox again and moves on to second place. T. Casper leading. Big Resin is fourth, not really a danger for the top three players. Russell last. T. Casper moves on to the final straight and wins the stage. Nox overtaken at the last minute and moves on to second place. Davido May ends up in third. Big Resin prevailing, keeping fourth, and Russell ending up in the fifth. T. Casper winning with a time of 2 minutes 22 seconds. Nox 2:23, Davido 2:24, and Big Resin 2:29. The time difference between those three players is not that big, but the difference between third and fourth place is much bigger. We're moving on to second loop. The same stages. We're doing the same stage because we're doing two loops. We're doing each stage twice. Players already driving this stage should have more experience in driving this stage now, because they drove it before, not so long ago, mainly like 10 minutes ago, a little bit more than 10 minutes ago. They drove the same stage. They started with this stage, and we'll move on to the same stage order. T. Casper knowing this stage, and he won it on the first loop. He's leading the stage with real big aspirations to win it again. It's his stage. He won it slowly, surely. He won it first time, and he's gonna try to do it again. His attempts at winning the stage are so far coming good. He planned to win the stage. He won the first one. He's gonna try to do it again, and he's doing it. He's keeping the leader of the roster behind. Even though Nox is a more experienced player, he's been at this league for years. He's been at this league for so many years. He knows he's been playing this rally so many times. He's been driving this rally so many times. This stage, he keeps on going. T. Casper surely but slowly leading. One of the newer players is keeping the old veteran behind him. The fight for the first place is really, and Nox makes a mistake. T. Casper gaining distance on him. Though is he gonna keep it up? The fight behind him. Davido first place. Davido third place. Big Resin is fourth. Russell is fifth. Though the battle for fourth place is also happening between Russell and Big Resin. We're keeping in mind that Russell is running the slower car, and he's managing to keep up with the rest of the players, which is actually fascinating. It's a wheel drive car in the rain, one of the worst stages, and he's keeping up with the players that are driving much faster car. T. Casper coming up to the final turn and keeping up the straight. He's gonna win this. He's gonna win the stage. He's keeping Nox behind, and he wins it again. He wins it for the second time, the same stage. He wins it in a time of 2:40. Nox coming behind, not even a second. even a full second behind at 241. Davido coming out of third place almost 6 seconds later with 247. The Grison 248 and Russell 250. And even 2 seconds behind. He's that much slower car. Doesn't keep him behind. He has his experience, and he was leading the stage. He had every aspiration to lead the stage, yet his car couldn't allow him to do that. He's driving the same slow car. The only thing that prevented him for possibly leading the stage was his car. He was keeping behind them, even though he was dead last. He wasn't very far away from them. He was keeping up the rest of the players. Though his loyalty to the car is prevailing. He's going to drive the same. He's driving the same car every stage, every rally. He doesn't give up on it. We started with a stage 4 or stage 6 in this current loop. Knox is leading the stage. They are behind the two hairpins. They're moving on to the mountain area, which a lot of players have made a mistake there. Ticketsburg, that last stage, this on the first loop, this one specifically, he made a mistake which cost him his third place, dropping onto the fourth. His one little mistake cost him entire third place, which can be not a big deal. Depends where in the circle you are, or maybe you're not even competing. Just maybe little thing. But for some people, third place is everything. Casper has learned from the previous attempt that he should not cling to the outsides. He should cling to the inside. He's keeping with the room, and that pays him well. But he made a mistake, and he drops from leading in the first place. He drops to third. Ruslan is gone again. His internet connection died, or his game crashed, which happened second time right now. Knox makes a mistake. He crashes down, and he's being overtaken by everybody. David McRae coming in at third place. He's advancing. He was last for a second, and now he advanced to third place. The Jasper is leading, but Blue Guys behind him. Can McPrinceton threaten the leader of this stage? Can he do it? Can he overtake him at the last corner? Will the Casper prevail, or will the Guys claim victory? No, but the Casper wins. He is winning his third stage in this loop. He's going to time 2:45. But Risen behind him only not even 2 seconds behind. Knox coming 10 seconds later. And David may come fourth. The difference between second and third place is really high, considering just a small mistakes that have been made. The mistake from Knox's part has been really big, and that cost him the stage victory like that. Second. Okay, sorry everyone, I had to do a little break to give the stream link to other people. So currently T Casper is fighting. The roster is not too far behind him, but he's surely leading the stage, slowly trying to grasp another victory. It's gonna be his fourth if he manages to complete the stage without any mistakes. Begresen being second, Ruslan surprisingly being fourth behind David MMA, and Nox last, making some kind of major mistake along the way. But T Casper is surely not gonna make any mistakes right now. Making no mistakes allow them to snitch 3 stage victories this loop alone, with Nox winning only 2 of them. Will this be his 4th victory, or is Begresen gonna claim one? Though it doesn't really seem like it, considering the distance between those 2 players. T Casper slowly, surely leading the stage, coming up to his 4th victory this loop alone. Begresen being behind him, though the distance keeps increasing between those players. David may be in 3rd place. Nox overtaking Ruslan, moving to 4th. Will he overtake Davido and claim the 3rd place, or will he remain at the 4th place? Ruslan behind, though that's expected, considering his car is very slow. T Casper coming up to the final hairpin, and he's gonna claim the 4th stage victory this rally. Begresen behind him at 2nd place. Davido May is not gonna overtake him, and he's gonna end up in 3rd. Nox at 4th after making a mistake, and Ruslan coming up last with his very slow car. T Casper winning with a time of 2:34. Begresen behind him 3 full seconds behind him. Davido May 1 second, and Nox, after making a mistake, he ends up 4th with 2:39. Here we are at the final stage of the first loop. It's kind of sad that this game doesn't have any ability to zoom in on the players, to like have the option to follow players. It will make this watching this easier, knowing who's really leading, how the roster is going, who's on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. Now right now we can kinda see that T Casper is leading with Nox being behind him, because in 3rd place, David May on 4th, and Ruslan 5th, as expected. T Casper is leading the stage, and it's probably gonna be his 5th victory in this rally if he doesn't make any mistakes, though it's not really likely, considering that Nox is making mistakes left and right. He is losing the distance to T Casper. David May coming at 3rd place, Begresen 4th. There's not much of a fight, though Begresen is kinda close to Davido. Nox keeps making mistakes. He's losing the distance to T Casper. It's gonna be another major mistake in this rally. He made one not so long ago, 2 stages ago. He crashed. He fell down the mountain, and that cost him the stage victory. But T Casper is not making mistakes. He's confidently leading. He's winning this stage. He's not gonna let it slide. He's not gonna let himself make any mistakes in this stage. He's gonna lead it and win it. It's gonna be his 5th victory this rally. Casper at the final straight wins the last stage of the loop with the time of 2:18. That's pretty good considering on this service. That's a good time. 2:18 is a good time. Knox coming out second at 2:22 after many major mistakes he has done. David May coming out third with 2:26, McRae fourth at 2:28, and Russell last at 2:31. The final standings look pretty interesting. Knox still winning the overall, being not even 1 second behind, not even half a second, not even being a half a second in front, and he's still leading. We are past the first loop of the rally. Coming now, we're on the last 8 stages, which gonna repeat. So it's we should say last 4 stages, which are the fastest ones in the Greece rally. Starting up with the slowest of the 4 is gonna be Greece 1, which can start awfully slow. Since we start with a slow straight and a 4 left turn, though we are currently waiting for something, and the rally starts. Because I'm retiring, because I'm not taking part of the rally, I'm gonna be driving it later. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be commentating it, but that's yet to be known. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do a solid commentary and drive at the same time. I'm probably gonna be more focused on actually driving the stages rather than talking what I'm doing, who's behind me or who's in front of me, which I hope will be no one. It's kind of hard to commentate when you have like no real way to zoom in to see who's leading. Only when players get a bit closer, which right now we can see that Casper is leading the stage with Ruslan being second place, fighting Knox for second place, which is really unexpected considering that it's slow car. He's still being that competitive with such a slow car. And he's able to keep third place with Begrasson behind him and Davido may be in last. Davido's performance so far has been really adequate compared to the other players, but he was fighting all the way. Knox and Tikas were fighting for first place. Russell keeping the third place steady because I'm behind and Davido may coming up last. The fight between Knox and T. Casper is really... Knox makes a mistake and comes up third behind Ruslan, though I don't think it's gonna last long. Considering that now we're moving on to the more faster stages. Or I should say more faster sectors of the stage. T. Casper is still leading, he's coming for his 6th rally victory. Rally? I should say more stage. I should say that his 6th stage victory in this rally. Knox overtaking Ruslan, coming into 2nd, Ruslan 3rd, Begrasson 4th, Davido May losing all the distance and keeping last place. Though Begrasson overtakes Ruslan because how slow his car is. Dickersburg coming onto the final turn and claiming his 6th stage victory in this rally. Knox coming up 2nd, not very far away from him. Begrasson coming up 3rd, David last, and Ruslan's game crashed, I assume. His game crashed. Yeah. His game crashed, he's not even gonna complete the stage, which is gonna make it his third. He's gonna make it his 3rd crash of the game. I think Casper surely claimed the victory over his 6th stage in this rally. with Knox winning the other three. Though the time difference overall wasn't that big, Knox was still overall leading by 0.2 seconds. Though after this loop it's probably gonna change. You have to wait a little bit for the players to actually move past the first few sectors, so we can see who's leading the stage more clearly. Right now, it's a little bit of an uncontrollable mess of the dots. I'm not surprised that we can't really see what's going on, because colleagues didn't really expect anyone to just spectate the rallies instead of actually driving them. But that's what we're doing right now. We're just spectating. We're not driving along. We're not driving along the people because it will be harder to commentate and drive at the same time. So not really knowing who's behind, only knowing who's in front. Though with the car I have selected, I'll probably be dead last. David may make some mistake and crashed, though it kind of looks like his game crashed entirely. He can't drive out, but I would assume that his game crashed. T. Casper is leading the stage again. He's coming for his 7th stage victory. Knox being in 2nd place, losing the distance to him. Ruslan 3rd place, surprisingly keeping McRae behind him. David may possibly can't continue. Doesn't seem like his game crashed. He just can't drive out. It's probably crashed somewhere where he can't drive out. I think he's stuck on the bridge. He cannot drive out. He's stuck on the bridge. That one place that once Knox was stuck in one of the trainings. He couldn't drive out. And David is now stuck there without. Seems like he doesn't want to retire, though. That doesn't really change anything. It's not gonna complete the stage anyway. T. Casper coming onto the straight and winning his 7th stage in this rally. Knox being a little bit slower comes out of 2nd place. Ruslan coming in 3rd place, his first top 3 finish in this rally. How convenient. Because I'm making some mistakes coming up to the 4th. David May made a major blunder and got stuck on the bridge section with no way of getting out. That's gonna be his first unfinished stage, giving him a major time disadvantage. Seems like more people are showing up than expected, surprisingly. So far of the T. Casper's 2 stage wins, surely it looks like by the distance they kept between each other that T. Casper is gonna overtake Knox in overall classification, and it's gonna end up with much better time than Knox. Though everything can still change, nothing is certain. You have to wait a little bit to see who's actually leading the stage and who's behind, because of how messy the dots are. Interesting results. 10 seconds difference. Okay, so the stage is being led by Tomaho, even though he's not driving the rally right now. He's supposed to drive at a later hour, though. For some unknown reason, he decided to join us. I guess. Well, welcome to the Great Rally, even though we're gonna drive later. Anyway, I guess it's a free practice for him. Well, for everybody else, a normal rally. Nox is leading the stage for a longer while. He's been second place, even ended up once third. Right now he's leading the stage with making a mistake and T. Casper overtaking him again. Coming up to this, I guess, 8th victory. Somehow doesn't count. He's not driving in this pool right now. He's not supposed to. T. Casper coming up. First, he's gonna be his 8th victory. It's gonna be 8th rally victory. Nox being second place, McRae in third. Davina May coming up 4th. Russell 5th. The difference between second and third place is not that big in time. They were really keeping close to each other. There was a big difference to the second place holder Nox. Three stages in, 3 T. Casper's victories so far. He has been right now flawless, winning 3 out of 3 this loop, with 8 stage victories in total. He's going on a quite a streak in this rally. He has not really been a good driver so far in this championship. Gaining some points, not a lot of them. So his form in this rally is surprising that he's won 8 stages so far. But overall he's still slower than Nox because of some mistakes he did. Even though he won that many stages, he's overall still behind. He's been 10 seconds behind Nox after the first loop. And we wonder if he's gonna overtake him. But right now it seems like it. T. Casper leading the stage with Tomaho not really counting. This is not his rally hour. This is just a free practice for him. And with the fact that we had one last free place for someone to join, he took it and he's driving a free practice for himself. That's a first surprise of this rally. Beck wasn't leading the stage, keeping T. Casper behind. Nox not performing so well, keeping the distance to the second place holder T. Casper. Davina May being way far behind, and Ruslan's game crashing for the 4th time this rally. On the final straight, McRae wins the stage. He's that much of a surprise. He wins the stage in Impreza with a time of 2:17. That's not bad, considering how when he drove practice, he wasn't that much great. Seems like he made improvements on his stage, and he surely wants it. By not even a small margin. He won it by 0.69. Nice. The Gasper coming out second, Knox third, and DeVito fourth, with Russell's game crashing. With the first four stages done, we're looping over to the same first stage as we had at the beginning. We're starting again with Grease 1, which players have drove already. They should have some experience on the stage right now. They have drove it before, so they should know how to drive it now. Have to kind of wait for this little mess of dots to ease up so we can see who's leading. Though looks like it seems like T-Capper is leading again. He couldn't won his 9th stage, but he's coming to make sure that he's gonna get his 9th stage victory overall. If he's gonna keep it up, he's gonna overtake Knox in overall standings. He had to make up 10 seconds, and surely so far he keeps making up them. T-Casper leading his rally. Knox behind him, second place. He's keeping the veteran player behind him. Ruslan being third place, really a surprise at this stage. Grayson is unable to overtake him, even though he tries. He keeps trying. Even though he has a faster car, he couldn't overtake him. The mess of the names. The Ruslan's still leading. He's still leading. Grayson's still behind him, even though he should have the advantage on the corners. How much faster he is. He's still behind him. And there he is on the second turn. He managed to overtake him, and he keeps dominating on the straights, though he still makes a mistake, and Ruslan overtakes him again. Ruslan driving a slower car, he has the advantage of being able to drive some corners flat out because of how slower the car is. The Gasper is coming onto the final turn, and he wins his 9th stage in this overall rally. Knox being second place. Again, a full second behind this time. Big Resin overtaking Ruslan finally, and ending up 4th place. Ruslan 5th, and Davina May last. He's underperforming right now, claiming last places. Damn, my mouth is getting dry. On to stage 3. Second loop. T-Casper is leading again. He's been making sure that he's not cutting. That doesn't seem like the margin overall doesn't seem that good. T-Casper makes a mistake and he ends up last. Probably crashed into the rocks on the hairpin. with Ruslan leading the stage. A first surprise, though seems like Nox overtakes him, and as they move on to the ridge, David May doesn't make the same mistake again. He's not gonna DNF the same stage for the second time in a row. Matter of fact, he moves up past. Nox makes a mistake and ends up and really moves on to the last place, though quickly overtakes Ruslan without a problem. His car is much more faster. He's making less mistakes, though. Ruslan hasn't seen the final word. He's still fighting. There's so many overtakes I can't even fucking see them all at the same time. Nox overtook them all again. The Grizzly makes a mistake and falls the last. David May keeps 4th place, though that can change in a second. T. Casper's leading again for his next win. He's gonna leave for his next win. Ruslan's coming in 2nd place. It's gonna be if he ends up 2nd, that's gonna be a biggest surprise of this entire rally, that Ruslan's car was able to get to the top 3. Matter of fact, top 2. But is he gonna keep it up? Is Grizzly gonna keep Nox behind? T. Casper wins. Ruslan's 2nd. Nox breaks through and ends up 3rd. Grizzly 4th. David 5. This has been underperforming this loop, and it's kind of sad to see that this guy that was surprisingly fast in the first loop, he's underperforming in 2nd loop, claiming mostly last places right now. But Ruslan's end in 2nd place is the most surprising of them all. In his slow car, he managed to overtake 3 good players, like in little distance between T. Casper and still ending up in a 2nd place this stage. That is remarkable, considering how slow his car is. He's been faithful to his brand, to his car, and now it pays off to him with some 3rd and even 2nd place right now. His overall standings are not gonna be great, but that doesn't matter. He managed to win. He managed to win the stage. In his eyes, 2nd place was a win. Somebody disappeared. Was it T. Casper, I think? A yellow dot. T. Casper's game crashed, apparently. Nox is leading the stage with McRae behind him. Russell and David May fighting, though David May seems faster and overtakes him. Russell's once again ending up last. The issues with his car are really big, considering that he would be fighting for much more if it weren't that his car is slow. He's driving for fun, but if he drove a faster car, he would be very competitive with the rest of the players here. He managed to win a 2nd place driving a slow car. Imagine what he would do driving like a Ford Focus. That doesn't really matter, because his game crashed again. For the 5th time, his game crashed. He was unable to compete in this stage again. 5th time, his game crashes. And that puts him out of this stage. The 5th stage. Five times his game crashed, and this 5th time was in the stage 5. A little bit ironic that a 5th game crash is on the 5th stage. Nox is coming on to the final straight, and he wins another stage. T. Casper has won most of the stages in this rally, but Nox, with his luck on his side, wins another stage. even though Casper was leading for a little bit before this game crashed. That was a really unfortunate event. And with this disappearance, I think Knox has secured his place in overall standings of this rally. We're coming to the last stage, the fastest stage in the entire Greece rally. We're gonna see some. We're probably gonna see some action. Since in the last stage the standings are set, there's not much action is gonna be happening anymore. People are gonna be driving for nothing. They're gonna be driving just the thrill of it, just to complete this entire rally. The standings are set because of the disappearance. I think Knox claims the overall win in this server. David McRae, his game crashed. He's gone again. Second time his game crashed. That's not as much. 2 game crashes is not much. Russell crashed 5 times. Hopefully it doesn't happen 6 times right now. But that's really a lot. Even 2 crashes is a lot. Even 1 crash is a lot. Unlike 5, but for him, he wasn't last place holder. Like, he had the opportunity to maybe end up top 3 in this rally on this server, top 3. But his game decided that it's not good enough, and it crashed. On the last stage of the Greece rally for this first server at 7 PM, it crashed. It was done. He decided that he's gonna end his rally earlier by 1 stage, and he's gone. Surprise, surprises, Casper is leading the stage, but McRae is right behind him. He's claimed second place, and he's right behind him. It's not even that far, only half a second. Maybe I don't know. Maybe maybe on 1 second now behind. But Casper is making mistakes. McRae is overtaken. Knox is 3rd place, doesn't count. Russell is dead last, he doesn't count. But the fight for the first place is happening between McRae and Casper. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna prevail? Is it gonna Casper's another win, or is it gonna McRae gonna take second win? Nope. Casper wins and Knox overtakes him at last second. Casper wins another stage. Claims the overall in this loop. Knox overtaking McRae at the last straight, and up 2nd place. McRae in 3rd, and Russell in 4th, because of the video's disappearance. And because of all of those, what happened? Knox won overall, though he left before I could show it. And that sums up the 7 PM Greece rally. Only 1 server though, because it couldn't be on 2 servers at the same time. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my bleak, I guess boring commentary. It was my first time commentating a rally. Well, commentating anything pretty much. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna be streaming probably without the commentary in 20 minutes. Top 8 rally between best of the best. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in 20 minutes.